What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be bringing you guys a DIMIR control deck breakdown from Magic the Gathering Arena. One of my favorite color schemes in the whole set, DIMIR. So I'm really excited to bring this one to you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this deck and exactly how it works. So starting off the deck list, we have ourselves a Cling to Dust. Now this card right here, guys, I want to just go ahead and start off by giving this card extra props because this card right now in the current meta, at least that I've been playing against, has been the MVP. You guys are going to see I'm actually making this after I've played my games. So I already kind of know how it ended up working for us, and it worked out amazingly because so many cards in the set run escape. Cling to Dust here, what it does is it exiles a card from your opponent's graveyard or your own if they don't have the card that you need, in order to gain 3 life or draw a card, depending on what it is you're trying to do. Typically, I like to draw a card off of this, but whenever you run into a deck where somebody's running a lot of escape cards, like Croxa or Uro or things that are really important to their deck, you'll see in one game there was a Woe Strider that was pretty clutch, that I got rid of, as well as a Cauldron Familiar. So Cling to Dust is a very, very good card to take out some of the main engines of people's decks. So MVP here, I'd say, of the deck, and very fun card. Then we got a bunch of hand hate here. We got 8 different cards here that go after the opponent's hand. Thought Erasure, Agonizing Remorse. Agonizing Remorse, guys, I kind of spoke on it during the games as well. I wasn't a big fan of this card because it does ping you for 1 life, but again, you cannot argue the fact that exiling the card is so important right now in the meta because, again, all of those escape cards that you can pull out of your opponent's hand and throw it right into exile right away instead of throwing it into the graveyard for it to be used again. So Agonizing Remorse, very good card. Tyrant Scorn, easy removal for early game. You run into some mono red, you run into some mono white, things with little 1 to 3 drops that are quick, easy hitters to your health. Just get rid of them, get them off the board, because the whole point of this deck, guys, is to prolong the game, getting out my planeswalkers and finishing them off that way. So then we jump down to Sinister Sabotage. Now this card right here actually came in handy a lot more than I thought it would too, because you got a lot of counter spells you can choose from, but Sinister Sabotage is actually the best choice by far because of its Surveil. I know Surveil, I wasn't a huge fan of it at first because you got to either throw that card into the graveyard or you leave it on top of your deck. So whenever I hit an Ashiok or something like that and I don't want to throw it away, but it's way too early in the game to play it, it kind of leaves me in a weird limbo place where I don't know what to do with it. But to throw a card in the graveyard will actually allow you to play your Cling of Dust again for the escape cost. And it is a hefty 5 cards escape cost, so it's very important to sometimes throw those cards into the graveyard so you can use those cards. But very good card here, guys. Comes in handy quite a bit. Just some more removal with the Murderous Rider. Also, if you run into some aggro decks that really start to hit you early, the lifelink is very, very good to get you back into the game. Here's a card most people I don't think are running in this deck that I really, really like, the Libation. And the reason I like the Libation so much is because it gets rid of a lot of cards that otherwise would be protected from certain colors. Like we ran into a Serpent that our opponent actually never ended up playing from their hand, but we would have been able to take care of the Serpent, which was protected by multicolor, or you know, things like I'm trying to think here, Dream Trawler. Dream Trawler is a really good one. You can't get rid of that typically because it has that unlimited hexproof, because it draws cards, and if you discard a card it gains hexproof. Well, this allows your opponent to sacrifice a creature, a lot like Liliana's -4. So very good card, very good card. And we also do use the sacrifice your opponent's enchantments as well. A lot of flex to this card, so very, very good card. Chemist's Insight, just for a little bit of a card draw, comes in very handy late game. Ritual Soot, you can play with the number on Ritual Soot here. Again, we run into a lot of mono red here in the meta. So if you're higher up in rank, Ritual Soot's a way to go. You can run more of these for mono red, take care of those easy little 1-drops. But 2 seems to be good for me right now. We only had 1 game where we could have used a little bit more, but for the most part, Ritual Soot, you can take it or leave it. You can add more or even, you know, drop it altogether. You know, it can go either way. It's a tough card, but I like it a lot in this deck. 2 seems to be fine for me. Now, all those cards, all they're doing, like I said, is to get us to our end game here, where we got our 6 finishers here. Ashiok Nightmare Muse, which is a very great card because it can mill your opponent's deck into exile. Again, exile is so important right now in the meta. And then its ultimate is you may take up to 3 face-up cards in your opponent's exile and play them without their mana cost. So pretty much a game-ending a game-ending feature for sure. Enter the God Eternals. It's a very fun card because, you know, you can gain the life. It's got so many things here. We didn't actually get to use it and show it off a lot here. I actually do plan on making another deck kind of around the Enter the God Eternals, almost as the main card. But for right now, it's pretty good for removal. You hit something for 4 damage, you gain 4 life, and your opponent mills 4 cards from the top of their deck. And if that wasn't enough, you get a zombie token, 4/4. You amass 4. So very cool card. Something I didn't know about this card until recently is that you can actually hit your own zombie with a second God Eternals. You would think that the 4 damage would kill your own zombie, but it actually just takes it to 0. And then when the whole process is over, the zombie token becomes an 8/8. So it actually survives. It's actually pretty cool. But the final card, Liliana Dreadhorde General, obviously. Excuse me. Liliana Dreadhorde General, very good card. You get 2/2 black zombie tokens nonstop. The biggest thing though is her passive ability, I believe, is you draw the card. I believe it's like probably the best thing about her for me personally. I don't know what you guys think, but being able to draw a card whenever something dies, it's just so huge, man. We only have Chemist's Insight for draw power, so Liliana General makes things a lot easier. Once the late game starts and you start getting those zombies on the field and just blocking stuff, it just gets out of hand. It's too hard we're too hard to deal with at that point. So once she's on the field, you generally win most of your games that way. I personally haven't even been able to use her -9. I had an opportunity today in the gameplay, but we chose not to because the certain situation we were in. But her -9 obviously ends games as well. You can basically take everything off your opponent's board except for 1 of each type of permanent. It's pretty OP. It's been used against me. Very hard to deal with. And then our land base, we don't have all of our lands unlocked, guys. I don't know if you know this about the channel, but we are struggling right now because we don't have all the cards. We're still kind of new to the Magic Arena, so we're still building our collection up, but we do what we can as far as our lands go. We have 1 Castle Vantress, 1 Castle Lochthwain. I do like that. I would like to add 1 more Fabled Passage, and obviously all of our shock land, but these are all the shock land I have. So we did fill in the rest of it with swamps and islands, but honestly, this didn't seem to affect us too much at all. The lands seem to be fine. We really like them a lot. So anyways, guys, that's it for the deck breakdown. Let's get into some gameplay and see how this thing works. And if you could take a moment, guys, it would really help the channel. If you could like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, I'd really appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one. All right, we're going to keep this hand here. And it's actually Cling to Dust that I misplayed on, guys. I actually ended up playing Cling to Dust. They didn't have a card in their graveyard that allowed me to draw a card, so I sacrificed my own. But then I used my own Escape, and I chose the same card that I just chose to sacrifice. So unfortunately, the effect didn't work. I ended up exiling my graveyard, not being able to use the card anyways. It was good times. It was good times. So we didn't get to draw the card or anything either, which was pretty embarrassing. All right, what do we got here? Oh, I don't think I've ever played this deck before. He looks like he might be mana screwed here if I take his Guild Globe. I think that he's going to be a little bit screwed on the mana sources. I'm trying to read these. I apologize, guys. Artifact of color is not a play one. Okay. All right. I guess we just sit on our Sabotage for now. Sit on our Sabotage. Hopefully, like I said, he's getting mana screwed, but he's not. I don't like that he can draw a card off that. We're gonna keep his card draw to a minimum. Alright, into Mystic Forge is probably the one we're going for next here. Perfect, dude. We are just absolutely chewing this man's hand apart. I feel kind of bad, but not really, though. We'll leave our mana open for Tyrant Scorn if he can end up playing something. If not, we can clean the dust at the end here. This is a very interesting style deck. Like I said, I've never seen it before. I've seen Mystic Forge before and all these cards, but this style of deck. Very cool, though. I like seeing unique decks like this. Very cool. Alright, super long scribe, but that's okay. He's thinking, you know. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the Forge here, draw a card. Don't misplay my own card again, that'd be great. And that's really ruined my man's day. Damn, protection from multicolored. This card is actually really annoying. But we can sacrifice it with Libation, so I do think we could take care of that a little easier than the other cards. He gets to draw a card off of that. It's too bad. We'll handle it though. Get it out of here. We are losing the hand size battle. Like their draw power's a lot better than ours at the moment. It's not an enchantment, so unfortunately we can't hit it with that. More draw power. Not great, but we're okay still. Maybe we could just end step Cling to Dust here if he doesn't decide to play anything. I think he's deciding whether or not to play that Serpent. He keeps highlighting Cling to Dust, which is interesting. Give me that card. Cling to Dust escape cost seems a little high, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still a good card. I still enjoy the card quite a bit. Ritual Soot's kind of a dead card here, I think, at this point. I wonder, because these cards that cost X, they always throw me off, and they never end up working quite right with these mana costs, you know, like sacrifice a creature with mana cost 3 or less. They always tend to not be what I think they are. Obviously I think that would fall under that category, but say he uses 6 mana to cast it, you know. Alright, well he's at full strength now. I need to draw one of my finishing cards here, some of my planeswalkers, or this is going to get out of hand quickly. Nope, that's not it. That's not it, champ. I'm curious to know if maybe I can drop some of the mana down, but I don't know, maybe not. We've been flooded the last 2 games, but I think it's just a fluke, to be honest. Because I feel like the mana base has been pretty consistent, other than these last 2 games. He's really waiting to pump up this Serpent, man. Alright, all we can do is wait. This is the problem when you get 2 reactive opponents. Like his cards are reactive, my cards are reactive. Definitely got to counter this Ugin. or Ujin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. We definitely have to counter that. Okay. Pretty shocked he hasn't played it yet. I'm kind of glad he's waited as long as he did, because now I have the counter in my hand, but I'm pretty shocked he hasn't played it. Okay, that's fine. Tyrant Scorn can take care of that, no problem. My turn. Oh, come on. Help me out here, game. Help me out here. Ritual Soot wouldn't have been a bad card to play on that last Gargoyle either. I think that would have been just fine. Midnight Clock. That's an artifact, so unfortunately I don't have a way of getting rid of it once it's on the board. Unless I Ashiok bounce it, but... What's more scary though? I think the Ugin's scarier. I do. Okay. I'm not super familiar with that card, to be honest with you guys. I don't know what this does exactly. I don't know what the Heart Pierced Bow. I don't know what that is. We might have to Ritual Soot that. Still waiting on a finishing card here. Still waiting on a card. Need an Ashiok or Liliana. That'd be nice. Enter the God Eternals. I don't think would be good here. I do not think it would be good here, unfortunately. Alright, well now we got 2 counters. I wish I would have played that on the Midnight Clock now. But you never know these. You never know. Couldn't have foreseen it. There it is. We've been waiting for you. We have been waiting for you for a long time. Glad you joined the dance. Ritual Soot. No thank you. Give me something good. Come on. Also, that helps speed up my Cling to Dust here. What is this here? Blast Zone? Oh boy. I honestly didn't even see that over here. Alright, we just gotta avoid that Midnight Clock. There's the Ashiok. That's what we've been waiting for. Alright, let's Ashiok. We don't need to bounce this yet. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Blast Zone is really the problem here. We gotta get Ashiok going faster than Blast Zone goes. Still sitting on a counter that's still playable. We don't need to use it on the Serpent. Frogify is pretty weak too, so I think we're sitting pretty good here. Sitting pretty good here. All right, I'm gonna read every card here now, guys, that comes out, because we really got to be careful on what we choose to counter. This Mystic Forge, though, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast the top card of your library if it's an artifact card or a colorless non-land card. Pay 1 life, exile top card from your library. So far all he's been doing is exiling, but he's basically got a 4-hand here. Destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. That's a good counter, if I do say so myself. Man, he's got so many answers in his deck. I gotta really get moving here. Don't think this is any good here. I think we just gotta pound him with the planeswalkers. We need to look for a Liliana. A Liliana. It's the only thing we want to see. We can clean the dust again too, which is nice. Dropped off a land there. If he likes the card on top of his deck, though, he better be willing to play it, because starting next turn, we start milling that deck. So if he's sitting on a good card on top there, if he doesn't play it, we mill it out. Goes to exile. He honestly should have kept that land on top. Ooh, he frogified me, though. This little biatch. That means he really, really likes what's on top of his deck. So now we have a question that we need to answer for ourselves here. Still good on that. Do we remove Frogify and mill that top card? Because I think that he really wants that top card. But then the Serpent we won't be able to deal with for a while. Multicolored protection. That's... Man. What could be sitting on top of his deck? It could be an answer. It could be an answer to Ashiok. I think we do it. I think we do it. What did we get? Mass. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we did that. Oh boy, that was really good. Alright, we can ultimate next turn. Exiling. Ooh, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. My only concern is we won't be able to deal with the Serpent, but we should be okay, I think, because it doesn't have haste, so we'll have 1 turn to deal with it. We can ultimate Ashiok here. Get his Meteor Golem, which would be nice. Kill it. We can mass manipulation everything else, and then drop his Planeswalker on him. Yep, I think we won the game here, guys. This is a very unique situation we're in, but I think we won this game. He does have a full set of mana to deal with, but he did just scry for 4, so unfortunately for him, that kind of shows me everything I need to know. Yep, there it is, guys. It would have been fun up there, the clock tower, all those things, and then we could take his planeswalkers that his planeswalker that does the effects with the artifacts. And we would have got his golem, which would have took care of his Serpent had he choose to play it. I am surprised he gave up, though, with that Serpent in hand without playing it first. Very interesting. Like having, like, I don't know. I do like having Thought Erasures or Tyrant Scorns in hand early on. We do have a Libation, though, so, and a Murderous Rider for removal. Let's give it a shot. Oh no. Oh, okay, it looks like Rakdos Sacrifice, actually. Not what I initially thought. I thought that was mono red. Thought we were going against mono red there. Got a little upset. But we're good. Ah, the familiar. Of course, he had both in hand to start the game. Why not? We were going to Agonizing Remorse. We could have got that out of hand. We could have exiled it. Would have been sweet. But instead, hopefully we get a devil here. Mayhem Devil. Imagine that, though. I feel like every time I play Rakdos Sacrifices, they always start with the familiar, the witch, and the devil. All in hand. Let's find out. He does have something instant speed in hand for 1 red. Probably claim the firstborn. Am I right? Because he does have to resolve this. Today. I guess not. Maybe it was just his witch's oven that was giving him the option there. Well, that's actually really good. I almost, for some reason, my own short term again, guys. I keep telling you my short term is terrible, but I just said we were going to exile a card, and there we are. I'm like, oh, great. Throwing this Woe Strider into discard. But we weren't. We were actually just exiling it. Love it. We love it. Woe Strider's nasty, man. Such a good card. Here we go. Good old Scry. Good old Scry. You think that card is anything good? Let's check. That typically means it's something good. He did give us the nice. Oh, it wasn't. We'll use Cling to Dust when we hit him with Murderous Rider. Did he just good game us? That's hilarious. Oh, I hope we win now. Anytime I get good gamed like super early like that, I just really hope we end up winning. You guys will see Toxic Swayze come out here in a second if we end up coming back in this game. Hopefully we do. I would love that. I love getting toxic. So the plan is going to be that we're going to Murderous Rider the Woe Strider. Cling to Dust. And then all we're dealing with is a stupid cat. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Both are instant speed, so we're gonna wait for the attack step here to do this play, because you never know, something could happen. He could play something more enticing, but we'll see. More instant speed, or I can't ever tell if he's got instant speed or the oven. The oven makes things difficult to read people, because you can always do that at instant speed. It makes me think they have something in hand. Pretty annoying. All right, boom, boom. The only thing keeping us in this game, honestly, is Murderous Rider here, because he does have lifelink, so. Alright, Murderous Rider. We'll be seeing you, Woe Strider. Ooh, I should have auto-tapped. Had that done that the incorrect way, we would have been in a lot of trouble. Thank goodness it didn't. Gaining a little bit of health here, which is nice. All right. This does not leave much open for card draw, unfortunately. But we do need the life gain. How important is it right now at this moment, though? Life gain or card draw? You know? What is the most important thing here? Yeah, I'm going to take the card draw because it's only 1-2 damage ping right now. So We'll be all right. Libation would be absolutely nuts if I could have him sacrifice artifact. It would be nuts. All right, he has 2 cards in hand that I do not know. Don't like that. All right, he doesn't have anything to play. Interesting. Perfect, we drew a counter. Honestly, that's pretty huge. Gotta make sure those tap correctly. Gotta make sure they tap correct. Because we do have a counter we can play now, which is nice. So we're in the driver's seat. I think we're driving the car here at the moment. We're gaining 2 life every turn if he decides to attack. If not, I'll attack. I'll gain my 2 life, whatever it be, maybe. We are losing about 2 life a turn, which is pretty annoying. But we at least stabilize for now. You can have that. We're saving our counter for something much, much bigger than that. He keeps highlighting his hand. What does he have? That's... All right. That's a good tap. That's a good tap. All black mana. That's what I like to see. All right. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Now let the life gaining begin. Sitting good right now. Oh, the block sack. Can't lie, I forgot about that. Can't block sack 2 of them, no. You know what I'm saying? And he can't attack me at this time because I have 2 creatures. That might be a problem. That might be a problem. Let's go ahead and counter that. I wasn't sure at first because I have bigger fish to fry, I feel like, but that is actually a problem, I think. Get rid of the ritual. Leaves us with 3 mana open. I think that's worth it. I think it's worth it to do at sorcery speed at the moment because it leaves us some things and options open here. Thought Erasure might not be bad here. We get to surveil, worst comes to worst out of it. I wonder, I'm actually having a brain. I'm having a aha moment here. What if... Let's try it. I'm going to try to attack here. He's obviously going to block sack, right? Now, when he sacks, he's going to get the food. Before this resolves, though, we can get rid of the cat, right? Boom! Let's go, champ. Let's just make sure he's got nothing in hand. Perfect. Let's freaking go, dude. I wasn't sure if that was going to work. I really wasn't, but turns out it did, and we're looking good. Should I good game him now? What do you guys think? If I good game him, it might be too early, but let's get toxic. Let's get toxic. He good game me first, you know. Little gamesmanship here. All right, that was probably one of the best cards he could have drawn. All right, That was something. I don't know why he chose to sacrifice a creature. I really don't, because he probably could have ultimately finished me off with that. Very interesting. All right, we'll get rid of his witch's oven. Looking good. We got the board presence again. Hopefully he doesn't draw another Rankle. That was pretty embarrassing. Oh, we just good gamed him too. And he draws one of the best cards he could get. Are you? Oh, I got a nice stat. I can't even lie. I got a nice stat. That was pretty funny. This guy's draws are actually insane. But hopefully that means there's nothing but lands coming his way. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I knew this bounced, but I wasn't sure if it could do other things other than just creatures. Woe Strider needs how many cards? 4 other cards in graveyard. Okay. Okay. I still think, unfortunately, we got to get rid of it. We will have to get rid of it again, though. Which we can do. We can get rid of it again. Shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Man, what a funny game. What a funny game. I love a little trash talk. I can't lie, guys. It kind of fuels me. I love it. Could -3 here again. Let's just get rid of it. Let's just get rid of that Woe Strider. Nobody likes you, Woe Strider. Get out of here. Should have played it on his turn. I don't. Did he have enough mana? I'm not sure. All right. Well, we can get rid of the oven again if his hand is emptied. We'll see. We shall see. What's he contemplating here? Contemplating on eating some food, sir? What do we get? What do we get? We got a land and claim the firstborn. Okay. Got to keep that land on top, though. We got to keep drawing that land, you know? Keep on drawing that land. Come on, mountain. And he good games me back. That's good. Good sport. Good sport. Jeez, he's seen enough. Let's go, dude. We don't typically win all of our games, you know, so I'd like to be honest with what I'm showing here, but it looks like we're doing pretty good, other than that one loss where I misplayed a bunch. All right. I don't like having both of these in hand. Opening hand, obviously, that's a problem, but we do have a bit of control with a nice curve to it. So we can scry too, which is nice. Now we're probably looking for land so we can get these guys out, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. You'd love to see it, chat. You'd love to see it. I just called you guys chat. Chat ain't here today, bruv. Alright, that's fine. I can deal with a double spitter action. You got one more for me? What do you got? What do you got? Okay, mentor. Mentor's a problem. We still gotta take care of the spitter that can attack here. Save me a turn of damage. Ooh, another Scorn. That's pretty fun. That's fun. Let's take away his options of mentoring. So let's take away the other spitter here. Speeder. Or that. We'll take care of that, probably. Yeah, that's a thing. And then we'll cling to dust it. Gaining our life. Bang, bang. Gucci gang. Dude, Cling of Dust is an MVP today. What is going on? MVP. Oh no, that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's probably literally the last card in my entire deck I'd want to draw. When you break down the order of things. Let's go into attack step, huh? Well, one of these guys has got to go. Who are you going to take? It's all a win-win for me, honestly. You got Mentor, you got a double ping here. You got a guy who can give his knights +1. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Man, we didn't hit that land, man. That is terrible. That's got to be the worst possible scenario here. He didn't attack with this champion. That seems odd to me. Might have to hit my own graveyard here. Damn, you're killing me. You're killing me, man. You want to flood me for 2 games and then not give me any mana here? Come on. Get that out of here. You're kidding me. That's all of our planeswalkers in our entire deck. Right there. All of them. We only have 4. Fantastic, bruv. Hopefully we slowed him down enough, though, that we can still somehow eke out a victory here. I don't know how we're going to do it. This guy can just pump and pump and pump. Well, that's a mana. Come on. Yes! That's what I want to see, baby. I don't think we survive this next turn, though. Very slim chance that we survive this next turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage with the shock. Yeah. And then, I mean, what are we going to do when we play our Ashiok? We +1, we get a 2/3 blocker who can mill out his deck a little bit. That's not going to help. Or we can bounce something, have him discard. Oh, actually, I forgot about the Mentor. That's GG. That's GG's. Feels bad, man. We could have probably beat that guy. We really could have. I feel like we really could have. Had we have gotten our land drops, we probably could have pulled that off. Man. Feels bad, bro. Mono red gets us. That's a good starting hand right there. Where was that hand last game? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright. What's going on here? You know, I was against agonizing remorse for a while. I really was. I didn't like having to ping myself for one. But in the grand scheme of things, to be able to exile something is actually worth so much. And I didn't realize until obviously you play the deck and you get the experience with the deck how many people are running escape cards and whatnot. So Like Uro, for example. You know what I mean? Did he just top deck that? Fantastic. Fantastic, bro. You know what? We probably should have sat on that counter instead of the Murderous Rider. Wrong mana choice there. Should have dropped the island. Might be, bro. Might be. Because he can play Vraska now. But we can kill it. But it's still going to hit your loyalty here, which would be what? You may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, game 1 live, draw a card. Alright. That's a thing. Now, see, does Tyrant Scorn work on this? It's got to work, right? It has to. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to look silly here. Alright, it does. It does. Do we thought erasure his hand? I guess we could get Vraska out of there cheaply. Another Krasis, though? Come on, bruv. That's so much draw power. It's annoying. Vraska's not very good here. I just kind of was reading through it. He's going to submit 0 here. He's just trying to gain loyalty, which is fine. Unless he's really willing to lose a land here. Cool beans, brother. Am I close to his ultimate? No. I can actually wait one more turn before I go after Vraska here. Let's focus on the bigger fish here. How many cards in graveyard? 3, and he needs 5 cards. God, that seems so ridiculous how easy that is. I'm actually going to Sinister Sabotage this because of the draw. He's hurting right now for cards, so I think we're going to keep him that way. Keep him locked up. Keep him locked up with the hand he's currently got. All he can do is plus here with Vraska. Our turn. Lockthwain. We'll be seeing you, Vraska. Next turn, we got Liliana coming in hot. He will probably play Uro, obviously, here. Oh, he's still short a card. Never mind. He is still short 1 card. Let's go. All right. So we're pretty free to play this here. Hopefully we can draw into a Cling to Dust. Get that Uro out of here, and we pretty much dominate him. Once you get ahead of a deck like this, it's pretty fun because they do go super mana heavy, obviously, with the ramping. So usually they're top decking their mana. Usually. The way things have been going for me today, though, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled another Uro. He honestly just did that so he can play his Uro. So, well played, sir. Well played. Gets to draw a card. It's never good. Oh, it was land. Okay. Okay, fam. Will this work? It should work. Let's find out. It does. Boom. The only reason I didn't know if it worked is because of its escape cost, which it got played by, which is the 4 mana. But apparently, the mana here at the top of the card, the main mana, is all that really matters. So, just in case you were curious. All right, well, we can lock Thwain here for an extra draw at the end of turn. Let's just keep on smashing them. Ooh, we don't like that. Let's do this. Maybe we get lucky and draw a counter spell. We don't. Damn. Damn. We can kill it though. We'll libation whatever land he wants to put out here, and then we'll just swing and face on her. Just double checking that it says actual creature on the card, because that would have been bad. We'll wait because he's got Nissa out there, so if we ultimate, then Nissa he can choose as a card, and then if he chooses Nissa as a card, he doesn't lose it. So we'll wait to ultimate that. Target reveals their hand. Doesn't count because it's not in hand. I wanted to exile that card somehow, but Agonizing Remorse is not the way to do it. But we still had enough to get it done, boys. Let's go. GG's. GG's. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. I hope that's enough for the video. I think that's plenty of time, though, to get a good video out for you guys. So, anyways, guys, I'll throw it back to myself for the outro, and we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, guys, that's it for the deck gameplay walkthrough. I appreciate you guys being here. If you guys have any suggestions to make this deck any better, or to help me out with anything, just let me know in the comments, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you would change, things like that. So I really appreciate you guys, though, and then watching the video and supporting the channel, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.